Welcome to Season 6, Episode 6, with a very special introduction and recap by none other than Stein himself.
Why do I have to do this? This is stupid. Fine. Hi, I'm Stein. President Stein. Amazing Stein. Kick-ass Stein. However you may call me. Last time on Dungeons and Dragons. So we continue into Hell and started through the wreckage of Wrath. Hundreds of enslaved angels battling internally against overwhelming force of demons led by the Sin of Wrath. Palyus and I were able to sneak through most of the fighting, but my son Lee wasn't holding up very well without a soul and all. He isn't looking too great. We had to fight our way through the last few to enter the sphere where Wrath led his forces and met the leading angel Castiel. After a bit of a scuffle, we wiped off the blood, and Castiel recovered the axe of the high heaven. The only problem is, the axe could do one of two things. Send the captured angels back to heaven, or open our way deeper into hell so we could fight fucking death. After some, coursing through Castiel, and his three generals agreed to help us save Lee Cheng and open up the doorway to envy. Here we go.
Nice job, Stein. Thanks for coming into the office. We'll see you in hell.
Lost. That is my favorite moment so far in hell. If you're describing mine, I was just like, judging people. That was awesome.
Thank you, man. That's how I kind of pictured it, so it made sense. Thank you. Last time we had left off, you guys had gone through Wrath, got the Axe of High Heaven, recruited the generals, like Stein said, and you had entered into none other than the Eden of Envy. Let me tell you what you're looking at once you step through. As soon as you step through, you are greeted by this crisp, cold air that immediately nips at your skin. You could already feel the frostbite growing up onto you. Every inch of your exposed skin is chilled immediately. The angels don't seem at all fazed by it. You're standing in a tundra, and it's snow and ice all over the ground, and what's whipping up is really just that very fine snowy powder. It's not actually snowing, but your visibility is very limited. And it's extremely cold. I don't know what kind of stuff you guys carry around with you, but we're talking probably below zero, -20. It's Arctic.
We got that awesome winter gear from climbing that mountain ages ago.
Well,
I'm a motherfucking wolf.
check your inventories, see what you got.
Cheetah pelt.
You said it's cold here?
Arctically cold.
Winter gear. +4 against cold.
You actually have winter gear? Oh, good for you. Alright.
Yeah, it was when we were climbing up to hit that dragon last piece of lotion.
Ah, the Fang. Okay.
And then Rich's character died.
Well, between the winter gear that you have, plus your furry coat, you actually won't have to make any checks to endure the cold. So, you'll be okay.
So you wouldn't be cold in hell.
I've heard one theory that the deeper you go into hell, the further you are from light and dusk and is cold. Which god are we talking about?
Lee Cheng, I do not believe owns any winter gear. because he did not come with you guys.
Does my winter gear include a large cloak? I can wrap up Li Cheng.
I have the nose ring of chaos.
I can't imagine how large
your cloak would be enough for you. Your winter gear is enough for you. I mean, if you wanted to start breaking off pieces of it, I guess you could, and then instead of a +4, you could each get a +2. If you want to do that.
I'll do that for Li Cheng.
Okay. He will happily accept, because he's so damn cold. Stein, do you have anything to aid you?
No, just crazy awesome boots, that's all.
What do your boots do?
Treats liquid as solids.
That's pretty cool.
I'm gonna make a quick prayer to Taya. I hope that she guides us through these last most difficult areas of hell.
I'm gonna summon my scythe, light it on fire, and put it close to me.
Okay. Go ahead, you could roll for religion, Palyus.
I have an aura of fire.
23.
Alright, I'm just gonna pause this for a sec. So, your religion checked Taea, you look down at your plume. It doesn't seem to glow or do anything really special, it just seems like you're holding a feather.
I give it a quick hug and then tuck it back underneath my breastplate.
Okay. And Stein, you were just gonna be hugging your scythe on fire?
Yeah, I have an aura. And enemies starting their turn adjacent to me takes -1 to attack rolls. Can that be also for like checks to the cold? So instead of having to roll a 10 or above, can it be like a 9 or above?
Okay. So then whenever I have you make it's an endurance check.
Right.
Just add 1.
Okay.
And that is actually how we will start off, with an endurance check.
I too will light my blade on fire to try to keep everybody in the party warm.
Aww. That's really nice of you guys.
$25.
Nice job. We got a 25 for Stein.
I like that little ottoman.
I like it too.
I like that it turns into like a table. Math.
5.
5?
35 for endurance.
Oh,
I thought you said 5. I'm like, you're fucked.
No,
Alright.
35. Sorry.
All 3 of you are actually, well, which is a great way to start, you're all doing very well. Li Cheng feels bundled. Stein, you're holding your scythe close enough that it's not lighting you on fire, and you feel a little warm. And Palyus, between your fur and that nice weather coat you got, you're good. You're comfortable. You could sleep here. And like I mentioned before, the angels, unfazed.
Anything I can sniff out in the cold?
Huh. You know what? I was going to ask all you guys to make a perception check. Yours would be best for a sense of smell. So, yeah, perception as well. And you can give yourself a +2 bonus to it as well.
29. Perception.
Oh, very nice.
$34.
Also very nice. Okay. Stein, you're looking around through all this dense moving wind of ice chunks and snowflakes. And to the, let's say, east, you can see the shadow of what looks like some kind of large building on the horizon. Palyus, from that same direction, you actually don't see the outline of any structure, but there's this unusual scent in the air, and It smells
Like
a
peppermint?
bit like decay.
Oh, I'll probably.
Like frozen but still rotting meat coming from that way.
Tasty.
And between the two of your checks, Stein, you did not visibly see anything in any other direction. Palyus, you don't smell or sense anything in any other direction. Seems like this is the only way where there is something of note.
It seems like we should go this way because it's the only thing of note.
I agree. I sniff some death on the air, though. We must tread lightly.
Tasty.
Okay.
Now, do we see any tracks or anything? It's just, I imagine it's snowy and a landscape of, just utter wasteland.
It is very snowy, and it's also very windy. So if there were any tracks that, had been set for maybe even a half hour, they would probably be covered at this point.
As we're moving towards the tower, I'm keeping an eye out for anything that may look like a depression in the snow as the wind's blowing.
Okay. And what would you guys say in terms of a pace? Are you guys at, let's say, a run or a double time? This is both for your susceptibility to cold and your fatigue.
I want to say like quicker than usual because we are cold to keep up like blood flow.
Okay.
But not enough so that we're straining ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not like an all-out sprint, but it's a good fast clip.
Okay. Then if I could please have endurance checks from you guys.
24.
26.
Nice job. Nice job. This last increment of your guys' walk, which has been probably an hour or so, has worn a bit on Li Cheng.
I'm gonna pick up Li Cheng.
He's shaking a bit. Whenever he speaks, you could tell he's stuttering. He's clacking his teeth.
I'm gonna pick him up, put him on my shoulders.
He's such a good dad. Though arctically cold. Still a good dad. Two of you guys both doing good. What was the roll you had? 26?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep him close to me so that maybe he can get some of my body heat.
Oh. Okay. What is your guys' passive perception?
23.
27.
Okay. And would you say you guys are walking single file? Or in a row? How you guys doing?
I want to say that we're probably in a group. I want to say Palyus, Li Cheng, and I are kind of huddled, just shuffling along. At least that's how I see it.
Yeah, we're side by side. Even though it may be harder to walk through deeper snow side by side, that's the easiest way to keep warmth.
Okay.
Without getting naked,
The angels are pretty much right behind
I know how to build an igloo.
If you guys are in double file with Li Cheng on your back, the angels are also double file walking behind you. Your passive perception has allowed you to see that what you're coming up to, and you almost step on it, but you catch it just at the last nick of time, is there's actually a head sticking out of the snow. And it looks like there's some icicle kind of in front of it. But you're coming up to the back of this head that is just facing this small icicle.
I'm just gonna peek around to see who the head is. Do I notice the head?
You don't recognize who it is. You don't know who this is. But they are actually alive. They're decayed. You could tell their skin is grayed. Their eyes are just kind of black. It looks like an older human. And he is just staring blankly with his mouth half open into this icicle.
Looking towards the tower, I imagine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and lift up the head to see if he's not buried, neck deep. If it's actually attached.
You try to pick up the head, and you can see that he has a neck that is going beneath the ice.
I need some shit like that.
But even when you pull him, he pulls away, and he starts looking back into the crystal. And while you're trying to pull it, you even just glimpse at the crystal, and you could see it's almost like it's projecting an image to him. This crystal.
Yes. I'm gonna stand in front of his eyes and not look at the crystal and see what happens.
He starts to get like aggravated a bit, and then he looks and sees you, and he starts to chomp his teeth at you, and he starts just screaming, just freaking out.
With my passive perception, do I notice that?
That's a good picture.
Do I realize that he's like a zombie of sorts, or like do I glean that I could actually have a conversation with him, or do I just look at him and be like, oh, this poor soul?
You could gather that you probably are not going to get anything intelligible out of this guy.
I shed tear and turn around and keep marching towards the tower.
Yeah, as soon as you let him go, he goes right back to staring into that icicle. And now that you've kind of noticed that this head was sticking out of the ice, looking around, you can see that there are many more. Same general thing, buried neck deep in the ice, staring at these icicles. And some of these people don't look as entranced as others, but most of them are just open mouth gaped. Some of them are even like half asleep, cocked back, but their eyes still glaring at it.
Sent you a picture.
And then there's some other ones, like you see a couple of kids staring at icicles, and they seem to be a little bit more energetic.
Hang on, time out. Something's going down. It's like the wife has been trying to call me. Damn it.
Wiggle, 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 yeah.
I am giggity. I am goo.
I am giggity. I don't want to see any of those tonight.
Shit, my work phone rang. Now I'm very scared of who that could have been.
What do you have your work phone on?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I turned it off. I have no idea why it's still on.
Geico has those settings to make it turn itself back on.
No, so I can listen to what I say in the privacy of my own home.
Geico wouldn't do that.
That was the wife who I may have to dip out.
She okay?
To go visit the realtor for buying a house, but oh shit, I had got this at Barnes and Noble. It's all 3 books of Dante's Divine Comedy, but it has all the same artwork by that Italian inkblot dude. So as you're reading it, you have all the images. It's fucking brilliant. It's the same, yeah, you just have all the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same dude. Gustav something or other or whatever.
It didn't say his name.
It's great. Great.
Oh yeah, it is
Good pull,
Gustav.
sir.
It is Gustav.
Good pull.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Nikki's
Impressive. A lot of people don't know that dude's artwork, and holy shit, it's very influential.
Go Nikki.
When you're describing it, I'm like, that seems so fucking familiar. How do I know that?
awesome. That's why I gave you the metal horns just a moment ago. Like, I recognize it. Well done.
Oh, you guys. Thank you for getting the book, by the way. I didn't actually know we had that.
This is my book. That's why you don't know we have it.
Damn. Alright.
Alright, sorry. Yeah.
Before you
A bit
guys...
of a digression.
Before you guys actually walk away from this head, Castiel looks down at it, and he just shakes his head. It's unfortunate what happens to these souls down here, but they've damned themselves. Wrath is cruel, and anger is overwhelming, but who can stand before jealousy? None. Let's go.
So say you.
We'll see.
We shall. Let's go.
I can stand
Putting
it
it
for
through
you.
sick wreck.
Whatever. It's a voice, alright? I do what I can. So you see a whole bunch more of these heads sticking up, hundreds, almost as far as the eye could see. Are you just moving through it
Yeah.
towards this shadow?
There's no point in trying to
Okay.
talk to any of these.
You can make another endurance check. 'Cause it's fucking cold.
Right.
Great, good for you.
Hey, crit. 38.
Very nice.
Call me no shit.
Everybody is doing very well. Li Cheng hasn't gotten any worse, so your body heat's helping.
Good.
Yeah, it's all going good. And as you're walking up, you actually hear one of the people buried here. No! No! Wait. No. And it looks like, when even just glimpsing over, this person is frozen in ice, but the top part of their torso is still sticking out. So their shoulders are out, their arms are frozen in, but only up to the elbow. So really, belly button up is still sticking out, staring through this icicle. When you look further, you can see that it's an elven man. He is naked. He has a large stab wound in his chest. And he's just crying, looking at this icicle. My wife! No! No!
Do I get the impression that, because it seems like there's still some version of life that they're experiencing down in hell. Like, can I end that version, or are they just trapped and will suffer for all of eternity, regardless of, like, if I attacked him, chopped his head off, and tried to end his misery?
Well, you guys haven't tried to do anything. All you've done is walk past and block his view. So, I mean, you don't know, because you guys didn't try anything. And what I had mentioned to you guys before was they're just staring at this icicle, which is like projecting images to them. So,
I'm gonna kick the icicle.
you're gonna kick his icicle?
Yeah.
Okay. When you walk up, like, he's staring at it, and before you even kick it, he's like, huh, why? He looks to you. Why?
Why what?
I didn't deserve this. Why am I here?
Were you jealous or lustful? Because that's where the fuck we are.
Look at her. She's so beautiful.
I'm gonna kick it.
You're gonna break it?
Yeah, I'm gonna break the icicle.
Okay. His
I don't think we should disturb anything.
His icicle was a bit bigger than the other ones. Like the other ones, maybe they were even melting a little bit longer.
So he's here. He's newly here.
So if you are going to kick the icicle, if you could just make an athletics check.
27.
Okay. You kick it, it cracks right in half and topples over. And you could see there's a glimpse of an elven woman. It looks like she's having sex with an elven man in this very like rustic looking shack. And the guy who was half frozen in the ground is now screaming, ah, ah, ah! And you see his skin start to flake off as his skull is exposed, and the rest of his body starts to wither and become all contorted as the ice around his body breaks out and free. and he stands before you with his fingers have grown into these long talons, and only his skull is exposed on his head. And
I'm gonna kick him down into the ice.
Oh, you want to kick him deeper?
Yeah.
Okay.
As he's getting exposed, just like, ah, ah, ah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and destroy the icicle that he was staring at.
Okay. I mean, it's broken. It's in shards.
All right. Well, then I will join Stein in stomping this crazy asshole.
You could both make athletics checks.
36.
Okay, you guys have stomped him down into this hole, and it doesn't seem like it really goes deeper than his body was sitting, but just from continuously stomping him, you have, like, crushed his bones, and he's just, like, laying in this hole, like, all broken.
Don't you fucking get up! So, okay, we don't disturb them from now on.
Can't have him calling out.
A tranquil heart gives life to the flesh, but envy will make the bones rot.
I'm gonna summon my scythe to be ice, and I'm just gonna...
He's just gonna freeze it over.
He's gonna freeze it over. And I'm gonna...
I join her.
Just like a...
I don't think it's wise for us to destroy the envy that brought them into hell.
You could have said that fucking before when I was thinking about it. You know I was thinking about it.
I was curious what would happen, and now we know.
Fuck you, DM.
Oh.
Well, thank you, Angel, for putting us under the microscope.
Alright, after going a safe distance from there, I'm gonna light my scythe on fire.
Okay.
Keep him warm. Lighting the fire, moving on to the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do I smell anything else? Can I roll perception for, like, anything? Like, maybe a direction. Is it in the tower, or is this body that I'm smelling, like, the fresh rotting meat somewhere around the tower?
It's in the tower. It's in that direction. You don't even have to make a roll to know that. It's becoming more and more potent the closer that you get. And it is still becoming colder and colder as you even get closer to it. So I would like another endurance check from the three of you. What did you roll, Palyus?
26.
33.
23?
33.
33. Pretty much what I'm doing, just so you guys know how I'm keeping track of your cold standards here, is you each started off at 100%, and as you fail checks, or based on how bad you failed the check, I am lowering your percentage. As you get a little lower, you will start to get frostbite, followed by, well, death. So,
is everyone doing okay?
Li Cheng is beginning to get frostbite on his exposed face. So, I will tell you his number, although I guess it's kind of irrelevant. He is at 50%.
I'm gonna put him under my cloak.
Healing.
I'm gonna put him under my cloak, put his head outside the head of mine, and I'm gonna put his fingers and expose, like, whatever, like, under my arms, and, like, have his face, like, near my face. Can I have my hood up?
That will be very good for him, but it will limit your movement.
Whatever.
If something happens. Okay. He gets right in. You smell nice.
Thanks.
And as soon as he gets under there, you could feel all of his cold. Like when his skin touches yours on your face, you could just feel that it was delicate and didn't have enough blood flow. So you may have saved some of his face. Congratulations. Now, what you guys are coming up to, now that you've done all these checks and walked through all these heads of people
he has a
screaming,
purple beanie of Vaughn, by the way.
He's been wearing it. Walking through all these heads, you've now come up to a small city that seems to outlay that shadow you were seeing, which is a grand palace in the middle of this city. And you will notice immediately that this city and this palace is exactly the same as the one that you saw in Greed. Except this one's obviously covered in ice and snow. So, big difference. But the same buildings, same general layout. And, yeah, you recognize it immediately as being from 2 circles of hell? Perhaps does greed borderline envy? Who knows?
I would assume. Oh, we went down a very long elevator.
Yeah.
To get here.
Oh. I'm going to, I have Ring of Bolt. Shoots ping pong sized fireballs. Would that help?
Who are you shooting fireballs at?
Just like in front of us as we're walking. No? Okay.
Okay.
It's the same layout as Greed.
Yeah, you guys have a general idea of the city layout, because you guys ran across the rooftops in Greed. But what I would like for you guys to do is give me another perception check.
18.
17 and 15, oh, that's pretty high.
That is pretty high. Palyus, your senses seem to be a little overwhelmed by that smell of decay. It's becoming increasingly potent for you. And even now, Stein, you've actually picked up this little scent of death. Even through this frozen tundra, it smells icky. But what you notice is, approaching this city that looks eerily familiar, you actually see these shadows that are jumping on the rooftops. Jumping incredible lengths on the rooftops.
Oh, that's creepy.
Like you see one that clears the distance of a whole building and lands on the following building.
Does it look like me?
It looks humanoid, if that's what you're asking.
I'm asking, does the shadow resemble a figure with a scythe?
No.
It's not me?
No.
How many figures are there?
You had a good enough check, so I'll say that you could see probably about 10, 12.
Oh. Then maybe it was like our shadow from the other realm type thing? Like our other ring?
Oh.
I think that would have been interesting.
Huh. It would have been pretty cool. I would have had to have really good notes to know when you were jumping, who fell.
He just winked at me, that's not a good sign.
What? Oh, it reeks of death in here.
I'm not gonna pay the shadow any mind right now.
Lead in the way. I guess it's us up front, side by side, so we'll just keep trucking along to the main building where Greed had his little office and we had that little spat back and forth.
Stop it.
I'm just touching your wings.
I don't like that. Castiel has also noticed the shadows, and he turns to you, noticing that you've seen them. What does a creature of envy want more than anything?
I'm sure you know. Why don't you just tell me?
Whatever it does not have. And then he turns to the two of you. And what do none of the creatures of envy down here have?
Life?
And he slowly nods yes.
Awesome.
You didn't have any audio. We didn't hear you.
Sounds like bad news.
Well, we will keep you safe as best we can. He will keep you safe. Our role is to get you just through this. To get him through this. It says the Blue Angel.
Get who through this?
Li Cheng.
Oh.
Your souls are as tainted as all the rest down here. He's the only one that's pure.
Can't have any of this purity.
He's not
Trying to
pure. He
rescue
had
this
premarital
purity.
sex.
He's monogamous.
Oh. Ooh.
Either way. So you guys are approaching that city?
We built the city.
Yeah, as far
standing outside it.
You can go in?
I am of the opinion that we don't disturb anything. As long as we're down here. As least amount of disruption as possible. Besides kicking that one dude down into the the iced hole.
You guys didn't just kick him down, you stomped him.
Well, he was trying to rise up.
And you knew that was a bad situation all around.
Do we see any? Are there any windows in these buildings? I assume we're walking between buildings.
I mean, you guys didn't tell me you even went into the city yet. Did you go in?
Yeah, we're walking.
Okay. Yeah, the buildings do have some windows. Some of them are broken out. The ones that are there are iced over. There's even some doors to get into some of the
Can I
buildings.
see you within these buildings?
No, you can't see anybody inside. No. Periodically, you hear some noises up above.
What kind of noises?
Like scurrying about on the rooftops. You'll hear like the crunching of snow very quickly, like. And then it'll stop for a second.
I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled up on the rooftops and whatnot.
Okay.
And maintain a straight line for like the main building. The main, if you will.
Okay. You guys can make a perception check again, please.
20.
20 as well.
Okay. From back whence you came, looking over your shoulder, because you kind of hear a little bit of a noise on the rooftop, so you look back over your shoulder, and you can see that there's about 3 of those same things that were crawling out of the ice before, on the roof just looking down, and as soon as you look up, they like pull back quickly. And you hear the scream.
Followed. If it comes to a fight, I imagine fire would be best.
You think?
But maybe we should just full clip it to the main building.
I agree.
Fast as possible. Go.
Okay. You guys quickly start at your all-out pace, and since neither of your perception checks were high enough, as you run forward, there's a mound of snow that you guys kind of run through, and as soon as you stepped into it, this chain net lifts up.
Wait, we would have seen a mountain of fucking snow.
It was just a raised pile. There was nothing to note of with a perception check of 20. So, this little mound of... You failed the check.
We were looking
Rogue?
over our shoulders with fucking... Whatever, Mike. Whatever.
Because you heard the noise that they created to have... Oh, forget it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that. The chain lifts you up and actually raises you on this little primitive-looking pulley very quickly, throwing you into the air. That you are actually higher than the buildings when you've reached the top of this pulley. And you could see that there are probably hundreds of these things scattered on the rooftop.
What are the pulley made of?
The pulley is made of wood. Yeah.
I'm going to use my fireball ring.
Okay. You can make a ranged attack roll with a -2 penalty.
Why?
Because
I'm
you're
try and heat my
you're
axe
in
up
chain net.
to try and just melt the metal of the chain that's surrounding us.
Wait,
At
what?
the apex, the very
what is
top
it?
of that.
You
What's the
could roll
penalty?
Arcana.
Penalty's 2?
2.
25.
Okay.
Crit!
Dick. You're shooting your fireballs. They start to singe the wood, but it still has to go through that snow and stuff first. So it's not really enough to burn you right free. You have this axe burning so hot that the metal does start to melt. And I know you said you were burning at the top, right? Some of this molten metal starts to drip down onto you guys. I'm going to roll some damage for possibly the 3 of you. Are you going to just try to soak it for Lee? I know how you get. Oh. Fire damage. 6 for each of you. And you caught Li Cheng's drop.
I'm resistant by 5. So I only have 1.
Nice. Actually, no, then you would take nothing.
Oh, okay.
Because they were 2 separate drops. And Palyus, you will take 6. These creatures have started to circle around. And they're on all these different rooftops. You can see some of them jump down and are now engaging the angels. As if they were trying to divide you up. But yeah, your crit has melted the chain. You immediately fall right back down into the street. And the 3 of you can make an acrobatics check to try not to take the fall damage I'm about to deal.
Well, if there's any enemies that can be slain upon the drop, I want to try and attack and use the momentum of gravity to kill them.
There will be. But do the acrobatics first.
Acrobatics,
37.
23.
Ooh. Acrobatics for Lee.
Well, Lee's on me.
Alright, and your 37 will be enough then. Okay. The 3 of you all land very well. You do have to take a little bit of damage. You'll be taking Lee's then. You will take 5. And Palyus will take 6. But yeah, you land. You can make an attack roll against the nearest enemy.
I take more damage shaving in the morning.
And you could also give yourself +2 for combat advantage.
32.
Very nice. That will hit, and you do not have to roll for damage. He is dead.
Oh, they're minions.
What is the flavor of how he's died?
As I'm just gonna aim towards the nearest one and just bring the axe down on fire.
Bring the hammer down.
You want me to bring the hammer down?
So, on one side of this intersection, let's say, the angels are fighting a bunch of these little minions, and they're slaying the shit out of them. It's just there's so many. On the other side of this intersection are you 3. And at your back is the palace you're heading towards, where the street is flooding with these things.
A way better chance if we have angels at our back than just us 3. We should regroup and then move forward.
I agree.
You know, in a circle formation. And just push forward towards the palace.
I agree. I'm just gonna yell to Castiel. Start heading this way.
We're on it! And I will roll for them, while you guys could roll to keep some creatures off of you.
What is this, an attack roll? I botched.
This is an attack roll. Okay. So
But
pretty much,
I have a thing that if I miss a basic attack, I can reroll.
you don't re-roll it. What this was really for is pretty much I was going to deduct that many of my attack rolls based on how well you did. So I won't deduct any for you. What do you have, Mr. Palyus?
Attack roll, 42.
Very nice. The ones that Stein has turned and slashed at but maybe missed because you're also shielding Lee, Palyus immediately has a follow-up and it has your back. Nice. The angels are doing...
Handle business.
The angels do incredibly well and have worked their way over to you guys. The creatures seem to be more focused on you than them. Probably different essence of life. And now I will roll for the creatures. This man. And are you taking everything that comes at Lee? Wow. You're such a good dad. Metal ones are for you then. Okay. Palyus, I'll do you first since you have less attacks coming at you. This will be against your armor class. I got 1 crit, a 25, and a 31.
The 25 doesn't hit. The other ones do.
Okay. So 16, 22. Alright, you're gonna take 33. 3 of them have come at you, 2 of them hit you, 1 did very well. He also knocked you prone when he hit you. Stein, this is gonna be very different for you.
I'm gonna use an immediate interrupt, and it prevents me from falling prone.
Nice. Well, this is not the place where you would want to be prone, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's called Hold Your Ground.
Stein, you have a bunch of attacks coming at you.
Alright.
23 and 28, do those
Nope.
miss? And then I have a 36 and 38.
38 hits, not 36.
Ooh, okay. So far I got 1 hit. Only 1 of those will hit. You had 12 coming at you. And 26 does not hit?
26 does not hit. 37 is my armor class.
Of the 12 that just attacked you ferociously, only 2 of them have hit you.
What was the other one?
I don't remember. I
Was it
remember it was higher than that.
37?
Yeah. So you're not going to take too much damage, actually. 7 plus 14, 21.
Ha! I take more damage shaving in the morning.
I love Stein's witty one-liner. Palyus, you have seen these creatures flock, doing these running slashes at Stein. And
I'm
Stein,
just gonna laugh.
like while holding Li Cheng.
Jesus.
And I'll do a quick roll just for the angels.
I just want a little blood just out of my cheek. Just one little driplet.
And now your whole group has been regrouped. You are in the street together. Your turn.
Pushing forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and how?
You guys doing this like single file or?
No, in like a circle formation, like this way.
Okay. Like Lord of the Rings dwarf style?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Alright, then everyone can make... Well, you could use whatever move you would like. Obviously, that'll determine the damage. Damage is what I'm looking for. So the higher your damage number, the more of these you kill, the more ground you cover.
Alright.
If you were to use a move like Crane Dance, you can.
No,
And we
I'm
would
saving
just-
that.
Alright.
It'll be more of like an encounter. Alright, here we go.
All these creatures, by the way, are just that decrepit skull on a withered body with these long claw-like fingers.
Dexterity versus will, so it's will.
That will hit.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to use an at-will minor action. It's a duelist's assault. And basically what it does, when I'm in this stance, I gain a +4 bonus, or no, +8 bonus until level 21 to melee weapon damage rolls. So I
Nice.
move forward a little faster.
Okay. And just give me an attack roll.
Oh! Yeah, crit. Went down. And it's a +4 weapon.
I don't know. I just don't know anymore. I don't know how real that
Hey, come
does.
on. Hey, you heard it roll?
Yeah, I
On
haven't...
video. I'm gonna slide this over and tilt the camera.
Alright, go ahead. Crit 17 times a day. Who does that?
Hey, this is only my second. Be fair.
All you've done is walk through some snow. The day's just starting.
I got 63 for damage.
Shit.
Looks like a 20 to me.
I guess that's 20-ish.
It appears to be a 20.
Yeah, it's a 20.
I told you the number right.
63. Alright, so...
Oh, also, little Fury of Blows. 5. I'll always forget that.
I just need your total damage roll, please, Palyus.
Also, they get -1 to attack rolls, by the way, since they're near me.
Huh.
Oh.
Okay.
Which, one of them wouldn't have hit them, but not here nor there.
So just basic total damage without the extra 4 rolls is 54.
Okay.
You get 4d12.
That's nuts.
We're damage dealers.
I see this.
Well,
This is a basic attack for him. Granted, it's a crit, but it's just a basic attack roll. This is just what he swings like.
He's a monster. That's what I like about it.
I don't even know if the angels have to roll. They can just walk behind you casually.
plus 27, 27, 54. $81 damage.
81. Damn.
He beat me by 20.
He did. Nice job, Palyus. The angels...
You're now in the mansion.
You made it. You're there. Oh, they're not rolling very well.
It's okay. We don't need the angels, apparently. Between Palyus and I, it's over.
Between the 3 of them, they've dealt 54. Sorry, the 4 of them. I gotta roll 1 more.
They suck.
No, not that one. My bad. Between the 4 of them, they dealt 69. Alright, so you guys have actually cleared a very huge part of this gap between you and the palace. Mostly you two. The angels are picking up the stragglers behind you, just slashing and running. And these creatures are dauntless. They are still coming. Just mindless freaks running at you. What I would like for you guys to do is also to roll an endurance check before we continue with the battle.
30.
30 and 28. Nice job. I'll roll for Li Cheng, who crit. Which actually gives him back a small percent.
See, it works being in my arms.
Alright, and now all those creatures swarming through. 2 of them are going to try a pounce to tackle you. Who do they get? Well, you're still doing it for Lee, so that's for you. And Palyus. Nice! The 2 people I wanted to get. Against your reflex. Oh, that's a miss. Against Palyus's reflex. I just rolled 2 against each one of you. For the pounce, now the attacks. How many are coming at Stein?
Are they near me?
Yeah, so they'll lose 1 to the attack roll, I know. Oh, I know. You are going to have 11 attacks against you, and Palyus is going to have 8. Alright, we'll start with Palyus. I have 24, 24. Do those hit? No?
No.
That's,
Against what?
That's a miss. It's all against armor class. Then we have
24 misses.
35, 39. Do those
Did
hit?
you do the negative?
Those hit.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
No, it's not you yet. And what about 32?
Hits.
Okay, then I got 3 hits on Palyus. 9, 11, 18, 39. I just rolled better damage against Palyus. God, do better, guys. Stein, let's see what we got. We got
I am bloodied.
39.
Is that plus the -1?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
And all the rest are too low. So that's those 5. Let me roll the next. 41, 39. The rest I'm assuming will miss. And 1 more. Alright, so I got 4 hits on Stein. 13, 24, 37 damage. And now it's back to you guys. By the way I've been doing it is pretty much on your last turns, when you guys were hacking and slashing through the streets. Stein, in his turn, had killed 34 creatures. Palyus, you killed 42 creatures. So this is just while you're running and gunning, you're just hacking and slashing and decapitating monsters. But that's how many are here. You've killed that many running down the street. And here you go, your turn. If you guys do well enough, you'll be at the palace.
Is it healing surge?
It would be a standard action to use Second Wind.
Okay. Maybe not.
Wow. Wow.
Well, I'm gonna use a potion. Back. I'm no longer dead.
Alright, that's still only a minor anyway.
Yeah, and I'll attack again. Continue hacking and slashing.
Okay.
Five.
25, you said?
35.
Oh, okay, that's much better. Yep, that's gonna be a lot of hits. You can go ahead and roll damage. Stein, you can also make an attack roll if you're going to attack.
39 damage.
Very nice. So hacking and slashing, you've killed about 19 people. How do you feel about yourself?
I'm gonna use Living Torch.
Not even thinking, I'm in battle beast mode. Just you hacking and slashing.
Go, Nikki.
30.
Oh wait, there's +5 fire damage.
Alright, so 44. What did you have, Mr. Stein?
30 to fortitude.
That'll hit.
Okay, it's let me read this to you. It's Living Torch. I don't know if you're familiar.
No.
Until the end of my next turn, whenever the target takes damage from an attack, each of your enemies adjacent to it takes 10 fire damage. An enemy can take this damage only once per turn. Till the end of my next turn. Basically, I'm a fucking fireball.
I like the sound of that. You're just emanating pulse waves of heat and flame.
Mm-hmm. That happens. 8, that's 15.
You just hear cackling laughter.
15 and 26. 15 plus 26 plus 7. Got 48. But that ongoing effect.
Okay.
Until the end of my next turn.
The way we're going to make that work out is that you're going to have a guaranteed 10 damage. So, when you emit these pulses, even if you miss, you're going to deal 10 to these guys.
Okay.
And it'll deal an extra 10 when you do hit. So instead of 48, we'll make that 58. That's nice. Good thinking. Don't shrug, that's really good. And let me roll for the mighty angels.
The we do, the closer we get.
Oh, an angel crit, and it was Castiel. And 2 more behind him, kicking ass.
I'd fuck Castiel.
It's not too late.
He's a good looking guy.
Don't envy his body while you're in envy then.
No, that's just me, not Stein. Stein's not gay.
Between the 4 angels... Alright, I'll just do a quick recap. Stein killed another 28 people-ish, 29 people. Palyus, you killed about 37. And all of the angels together killed about 100 in this last turn.
Oh, also Fury blows 5. Sorry.
You have come up far enough that you're up against the grand doors of the palace.
I'm gonna put my boot into the doors. Ah! Kick it in.
You can roll athletics. No way.
Do you want to see it?
No, I don't. This door
It's beautiful.
had a very, very sturdy lock. That when you kick this door, the lock is still engaged, but the door has broken at the lock and been thrown open.
Stein's just gonna laugh.
And you are standing in this grand hall.
Can't keep the wolf out.
And as you guys have broken the door, the creatures kind of just encircle around, but they don't go closer.
Stein's just gonna put them all off.
And this grand hall looks exactly like the Grand Hall of Greed's, only instead of being this elegant white marble with all this fancy gold trim like Greed's was.
Sex toys?
No.
There's gonna be sex toys.
Maybe somewhere. Maybe not in this room though. So, it is actually all black marble with silver chrome trim.
You have a moment, like longer engaged by enemies.
Yeah.
Like to spend some healing surges. Basically.
Go ahead. You guys can take a short rest. It's
Yeah.
safe enough to do so.
I would like to do that as well.
I will use 2.
The angels, by the way, were like barely even attacked. Attacking them was only because creatures couldn't get to you. So they are unscathed.
My eyes are...
Right. I have used 2 healing surges.
Fine. Be that way. I'm also
And so is the temperature still cold? Is it like just ambient cold instead of wind, so it's not as bad?
Exactly. Yeah. It is still very, very frigid, but without that wind, does wonders.
So do we stop to do endurance checks?
Not right now.
Alright, I will let Lee out.
Okay. He comes out, he's like, oh, it's cold out here. It was much warmer in there. I liked it better in there. Coming back.
Oh, we crossed blades.
What?
Both on fire.
Oh. Is that how you guys are gonna walk through?
Yeah, and then Lee in the middle, he's keeping warm.
Aw, you guys are so nice.
But if you want to come back in, I wouldn't mind. It's like whatever. I like Snuggies.
You guys have finished your grand extended rest, and there are a whole bunch of little trinkets, you could say, strewn about. There's icicles lining the walls on the side, and each one is projecting a different image. In one of them, it's a man, and it looks like he's staring out his window, and he's looking at his neighbor's house, and then he looks at his own, and you see him break in later on. In another one, you see a man walking with his wife, and then he looks at another woman, and she's with another guy, and you see him kind of look down upset. Like, it's all these different people just not appreciating what they have, envious of what other people have, and hating them for it. Not even knowing them, complete strangers, and hating them for having more than they do. Or even just having something they don't. In all these different icicles hanging about. And as you walk past one, Palyus, a scene catches your eye, because it's you, when you were still halfling, not as the wolf. And you see Sarah, she's in the back, and she's smiling to see you, and she waves. And then you see Achilles run to you with his arms up, Daddy! And you pick him up with a big smile. And in a quick flash, it's changed. And it's Sarah holding back Achilles, who's shaking, grabbing her leg. And she says to you, "Get away from here, you beast. You're disgusting. You're an animal. You're not a man." As she closes the door behind you. And you see you and Wolf Self walking away. Because you no longer have it. And Stein, you walk past one that catches your eye. Because it's you. You're still all scarred and with your death scythe and stuff. And Cheng is there along with all your other dragonborn children. And you're sitting in the grand throne of the Radiant Castle. And everybody's around you laughing and having a good time. And Li comes up and hugs you. And then in a quick flash, it's different. And it's Cheng with Elda and her family elsewhere. And you come to visit, you're watching from the window, and he tells you to leave. Because you're a monster. And he doesn't want you near his kids.
He wouldn't say that.
In this vision, he did.
He wouldn't. I'm gonna walk away from it.
And as you guys have glimpsed at yours, you notice Cheng is glimpsing at one, and a tear rolls down his cheek. This makes me sad.
Well, no. Wasn't he still in my arms?
Oh, yeah.
Then he wouldn't have seen that.
Okay, then he's fine. Castiel, when he sees you guys each looking into one.
I like roll for something to see if I'm actually taken by this image.
You could roll for insight.
I have to roll. Oh, bullshit.
Me too.
And what are you trying to see?
I just want to know if am I just seeing this, and I can like walk away from it, or is it like insane?
You're able to walk away from it. You are just looking at it. Yeah, it's almost like it's just giving you a vision, but you being alive can still look away.
I choose to look away, but I ponder upon it in my own head.
The icicles of envy show what you have that you may not have. Sometimes they show what others have that you wish to have. Nonetheless, they are what you bring you love or hate. Just as the two great wolves, as they say. Being alive, you could still...
Some of them right there, two great wolves.
You haven't heard the tale of the two great wolves?
No.
No?
Great tale.
The Maker had many children, but he had two wolves. A black wolf of hate and a white wolf of love. And everybody was burdened by these wolves because they would always fight. Sometimes the white
As I look at him in the eyes, I kind of give him like, I think I've met a white wolf. He didn't love me too much.
I doubt you met this wolf. This wolf, his name was Fenris.
I just show him the white fur. Like, yeah, I've met your friend.
He looks at you shocked. There's no way you've met Fenris. Mortals don't have access to that realm. But alas, Fenris is only one of the brothers. The other brother is Sernif, the Black Wolf. He is dark. He thrives on war. And people mistake him for a horse. Because he is so big and so powerful and so withered from hate. Starved by his own famine. Because he refuses to stop his lust for war. And everyone knows him as war. Sernif is the horseman of war. Or rather, the horse.
It's not an actual horse, it's a wolf.
Yeah, it's weird.
I was about to argue against you regarding Fenris.
What? Why would you argue Fenris? He's the wolf of good.
He too likes war of a different sort. The hunt.
That's different. That's nature. In the same way you hunt deer or elk for food, he hunts for food. The only difference is your people also kill for game. You'll kill animals for no reason and just leave their bodies as waste. Fenris will use
I've never done such.
Well, maybe not you specifically, but your people. That's part of the reason why Fenris sealed out the Maker, so that he couldn't doom you.
I'm gonna ponder that for a little while. I have a new appreciation for Fenris.
Well, you guys remember the story of Fenris, right?
Yeah, all he wanted to do was just hunt, and the Makers were fucking up the world.
Yeah.
He tricked them into fighting amongst themselves, I believe.
And he sealed the gods in the heavens and the demons in hell, so that this way he could just roam the earth as hunting, and have it not be destroyed all the time. So, in a way, he saved the world. In a way.
Yeah, I don't think Palyus ever saw it from that angle.
Yeah. Castiel dropping knowledge. Poof. And alas, there is that one grand door in this hallway. And on the door, there's an inscription that's written in deep speech or primordial.
Awesome, because I can speak both.
Damn.
I can speak deep speech.
You know what? I'm gonna say it's primordial. I couldn't decide, but it'll be primordial.
I can speak both, so it does not matter.
It says in primordial, Ulak Falaska Galata.
What does that mean?
Well, you know that it actually means charity rejoices in our neighbor's good, while envy grieves over it.
Can I read that real quick?
Read what?
What it says?
Yeah, it's the top one.
It says, Beholder M2 page 25. No. It says, charity rejoices in our neighbor's good, while envy grieves over it.
And this door does appear to be sealed by some sort of magical means.
You mentioned earlier that perhaps greed and envy shared a common wall of sorts, or a boundary. Perhaps charity upon greed will get us through envy. How do you be charitable towards someone who's greedy, though?
On each...
Give them love. Stein's just gonna hug the door.
You don't have to roll anything for it. But once you rest your head on the door and you like hug it a little bit, a little pedestal opens up on each side of the door. And it's on the floor. You see it come out of the wall, it slides down. It's, let's say it's a square laying flat with the floor that's about 3 by 3.
I'm gonna step on the pedestal. Off the pedestal. Nothing can happen.
There only one, or are there two?
There's one on each side.
I will step on the other.
Okay. Are you stepping on them at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing?
Nothing happens.
Alright, I'm gonna slip my hand and put my handprint on the pedestal.
Okay. And you're gonna like take your hand off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Leaving blood there.
Okay. Once you do that, it starts to shake a bit, and you see a little bit of this statue kind of coming out of this black stone and forming a shape, but it stops a little ways. It doesn't complete.
I will do the same.
Okay. Same thing happens, different looking statue. Yours, the stone was white, and you see the white statue emerging out. But with just, the little bit of blood from the little cut on your hand.
I'm gonna cut a little bit more on my hand.
Okay.
Taking 1 damage. Is that enough? Is that enough? How much? 5?
Let's say 10.
Fine.
I will follow suit.
Okay. As you do this nice big cut on your hand and you raise it up, you see that they are 2 wolves, the black wolf and the white wolf, that have erected as this statue, these statues. And the White Wolf, you do, Palyus, immediately recognize as Fenris. There's no doubt in your mind. Even the glow of his eyes is identical. And it looks actually a lot like the way you do, but that one's bigger. Stein, yours is so withered and scrawny. And even though it's just a statue, it feels so ominous that you feel nothing but loathing emanating from this statue.
I'm gonna back away. That's creepy.
And as you back away, you guys hear the door click, and you see both of the wolves move. And they start to stand up onto their pedestal. And as soon as they start to move, they step off each one, they look at each other, and they immediately start attacking the shit out of each other. And you could get, every time they nip and bite, they seem to get a little bigger. And every time that they bite at each other, they're just crazy, strewn about the room. Bits of, I guess like marble are flying about, because it's not fur and it's not blood, it's just bits of stone flying in every direction. And they're fighting right in front of this door. From the look of it, it looks like the Black Wolf is actually winning.
I mean, it's stone. What the fuck are we gonna do by attacking stone? Just kick them?
I'm gonna full on attack blacks.
Okay. You can make an attack roll.
31. Armor class.
It hits. Don't roll for damage. As soon as your blade hits it, a piece of your axe chips off and flies off of it.
I don't think we're meant to.
I retreat and wait for the battle to finish.
What was your axe before? Was it a +5 or a +4 weapon? +4? It's now a +3. Just -1 from your attack rolls and from your damage rolls.
I'm gonna kind of scoot to the side and try and get to the door, kind of like...
As soon as you get close, like both the wolves kind of come a little closer. It makes you very uncomfortable to be there.
I'm gonna back up.
Actually, we'll say it was just the Black Wolf.
The Black Wolf's looking at me? Did the White Wolf get a combat advantage?
He did for that one. But the Black Wolf
I'm
still
gonna look
seems
for
to
the
have-
broken chunk of my axe and try and weld it back on.
You find it without a problem. I mean, if you want to pick it up for now, you could try it out later. Sure, you can find it.
Yeah, I'll stuck it back in my bag.
This Black Wolf seems to be getting bigger, whereas the White Wolf seems to be getting smaller.
Is there any way I could use my superior climbing gear to maybe tie up the black one so the white one has an advantage?
You could try if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I want the white one to win. What am I rolling for?
Let's go for acrobatics. We'll see how you try to get in there.
Acrobatics. Awesome. 38.
Very nice. Okay. You were actually able to maneuver into there to try to... You were trying to tie it up. It looks like you got both of his back legs caught, so you were able to pull it out. And he fell to the ground. You saw the white one take advantage and jump on that. The black one gets a little smaller. The white one gets a little bigger. And they continue duking it out. But as soon as that black one gets up, he's back on this full all-out attack.
I'm gonna continue to try and trip him up. Do his hand out.
And Star
Without
Wars
actually
style?
attacking.
Yeah, actually, exactly.
Like Star Wars style.
Okay. As you're going into... Before you roll, as you're going into position, you're lining it up, the Black Wolf has drawn his attention to you. And he is going to make a charge at you and roll very low.
He botched.
So he does this giant leaping bound, totally misses, hits one of the pillars, and even just the sheer weight of his body has cracked this pillar supporting the room, and part of the stone shakes free and falls to the ground.
Falls on him?
No.
You should roll for that. No, you should roll.
I'm gonna use this opportunity to try and tie up the rest of his legs.
Okay. This one could be dungeoneering.
Any positive plus anything since he's fucked up and.
We'll say plus 2.
Plus 2. All right, that'll work. 25.
All right. You were able to get one of his feet. It wasn't really that good of a grip, so he was able to slip out. Actually, we'll say that your rope is almost like noosed around one of his feet, but he's still running with it.
I'm gonna run around the one leg that's tied up. I'm gonna run with the rope on the other side around the pillar and just cinch it off.
Okay. This one you don't even have to roll for, because that's really smart. So he's trying to like pull this one thing, and you can see this giant marble pillar is actually slightly moving with great difficulty.
I'm gonna call for Castiel and Stein. And everybody, get on the rope. Hold down the black one.
I will do as he requests.
Everybody could roll for athletics.
Crit.
Oh, fuck.
30.
30? Nice.
Everybody add another camera for just the visuals. Just
I feel like
I'm not bullshit.
I know. I believe you. It's just it's statistically impossible. You guys are holding it down long enough for that white wolf to jump on in, and he gets a couple of really good shots as the black wolf shrinks down, and it's eventually just this little puppy wolf, as the white wolf is very, very greatly sized, and he looks down at this little black, angry puppy thing still nipping and biting at him, and he just takes his one great white paw and smashes it, as just this black marble dust clouds in the
Love
area.
will conquer all.
I'm going to look in the eyes of the white wolf, the white marble wolf, and just Fenris, like to see if he's there.
He looks at you, takes a step closer to you, and he sits down in front of you, putting back both of his paws, and becomes a full statue again. And it looks like his eyes are actually these blue gems that you could probably remove.
I'm gonna pet and just go like this. Good puppy.
Yeah, I am definitely going to give him a scratch behind the ears. For sure. I don't want to take his eyes. As I look at those the jewels that are his eyes, it reminds me of staring Fenris in the eyes and just being very scared. I don't want nothing to do with those eyes.
Do we need them in order to open the door?
Are you inspecting the door?
Yeah.
It looks like there are 2 little nubs to put jewels into.
Okay. I'm sorry, we have to take these.
Before you remove them, you do see that there are 2 red orbs strewn about the room.
What? I want to try the orbs first.
As in they were the eyes from the other wolf, and when he crushed him, they just flew out.
Oh.
But the door only has space for 2 eyes.
I'll put 1 red eye.
Would you prefer death and or love? Like, I mean, shit. That's a tough decision.
Well, I was going to put 1 of each. Because I'm not sure if it was like you're going to put the eyes of the dead one in there, or the eyes of the one that won in there.
As you're thinking about it, you're looking at the door and you just see the inscription on it.
What's it say?
You read it again in Primordial. Charity rejoices in our neighbor's good, while envy grieves over it.
Alright, blue eyes it is. We'll put the blue...
Well, I'm still gonna give... I'm gonna give the statue a nice little scratch behind the ears as we're prying its eyes out.
It doesn't seem...
Sorry.
It's not phased at all. You know.
Blue eyes in the door.
Okay. As soon as you pop both of the blue eyes in, the door shakes and opens up. And there's a small little 5 steps to go up. And you see a man. He's wearing a suit, very well dressed. And in the corner behind him, you see, actually in each corner behind him, you see these creatures that are black and rock-like. And they're actually wrapped in chains with no arms, just continuously trying to break free and shamble over to you. But they cannot. I'll show you a picture. That one.
Yeah, it's the only picture on the fucking page, I figured.
There you go. Really?
There's one in each corner of this room, along with the man in the suit.
I'm gonna roll for religion. Religion or
This
nature?
would be Arcana.
Lee, what are those?
Hold on a sec. Let me see if I remember what they are. Uh-oh.
What?
I know what those are.
Tell me.
Well, sometimes there's really bad people that know a lot about magic. And when they decide that they want to wipe out, like, a species or a clan of people, they use their magic to make one of these things. They're called Maltars. Yeah, that sounds right. They're actually like imprisoned spirits that are pretty much captured from the realm, and they wipe out people as their master chooses.
How do we kill these things?
Same way you kill most things, you just beat the hell out of them. Yeah. They're not impossible to kill. You know, it's just they're based on the power of whoever created them. So if the guy who created them was really tough, these would probably be just as tough. But ideally, they're still killable.
So should we be killing them now, before their master sees them, or us?
I don't think you're going to be able to kill them in one hit.
And he's just...
What's the inscription on the door?
Charity rejoices in our neighbor's good, while envy grieves over it. And the man in the suit is just staring. He has his back to you, and he's actually staring into this very large icicle.
Do we know this man?
It's like vanity size. No.
Sure it's not Thalden.
Well, you're looking at his back, so...
Does he look similar to Thalden?
He does look similar to Thalden.
I'm gonna leave this one alone. I'm gonna continue to the door, see who this guy is. Is it Thalden?
No.
Bullshit, it's Thalden.
It's not.
What do you think about maybe setting free the things that are chained up?
Are these people, I'm talking to Lee. Are these like spirits, or are they just magical beings? What are they?
Well, they're trap spirits, but by breaking the chains, you're not setting them free.
How do you set them free?
You have to destroy them.
Oh.
Like, break them down to dust.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's do that then.
That guy does look familiar. Who is that?
Do I know this guy?
You're still far away, and he's still got his back to you.
I just said I was inching over there to look at his face.
Oh. He's like across the room. You were gonna go...
Yeah.
Alright. As soon as you guys even go up the stairs, he turns around, and it does actually look a lot like Thalden. But he looks contorted. And the funny thing is, even looking at him and recognizing half of him as Thalden, you could still make out something else. As if part of him is Donahue.
Oh, that sucks.
Donahue.
Stop listening. Alright. So, yeah, it looks like the two of their souls have been entwined.
Well, hey there, Donahue. That kind of sucks now, doesn't it?
You could say that. You could say that sucks.
Hold it.
I hate this whiny little
I
bitch.
hear you.
But at least I got both my eyes back. They're my eyes. Shut up!
I laugh openly.
Do you want to know what made us so capable to become envy so quickly? You. And you. Because everything I wanted was power. And every time I had it, you took it from me. Yeah, and every time that I finally got my sunburst thrown, shut up, Tholden! Every time I wanted power and I had it, you would come and take it from me. You skull fucked me. You're the reason my eyes were gone in the first place. You took my throne, my kingdom, my power, and my floating castle. You took my floating castle away. And you fuck, you took my finger. And he holds up his hand and it's still a dead finger.
That was the whole hand. A finger was Drogon.
You took my hand. Dead hand.
I can't help myself sometimes.
Like Dumbledore. Hands all dead.
Actually, it was just like that. Yeah, it was all like gray and ugly. Smelled a bit like Ben Gay.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
You're sorry. You're sorry. You're not sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you even had a chance. I'm sorry I didn't kill you right away when I saw you in Sundale. I'm sorry that I let you go that far. But you know what? Every time I would walk past that self-sacrificing chamber of nonsense and I would see Grek sitting there whipping himself, I loved it. I loved watching him torture himself. And when you're dead and you're in wrath, because I'm sure that's where you belong, you stitched up little fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy going over there and torturing the shit out of you too. Yeah.
We'll see.
I will too.
I'm gonna look at him like, Grek isn't in hell anymore.
What?
He's not. It's true.
He's been released. He's paid his penance.
All you've done is take away things I love.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that seems like a bit of a pity. I have pity for you.
You know, we could provide you with the same service. We're sorry for all the things you've done. Evil.
No. I want your power. I want your riches. I want your life. And I will take it from you.
Well, you're kind of dead, so...
You really want to live here for the rest of your existence? Whatever that is?
I will take your life force, and I will get back onto the surface where the world will be mine.
The world will never be yours.
That's true. World will never be yours.
He gestures to one side and the chains break free of his creature. He gestures to the other side and the other chains break free. He holds out both hands and you just see the magical binding of him to these creatures as he thwarts them towards you. And you could roll initiative.
Oh shit.
That's really stupid of him, though. He shouldn't be... Like, he should be tortured. Like, the fact that he's able to look past this, that's not very fair. He's not alive.
Look past what?
His crystal.
He's not alive. But like the same thing with greed. What made greed was that he was the most. So he was...
So is this lust?
He embodies envy.
We're in envy. That's right.
Yeah.
So he is envy?
He is envy.
Oh. So what happened to fucking... Who was envy before, like, 5 minutes ago?
You don't know.
That's
I don't know if you guys remember, but you guys actually encountered both Tholden and Donahue when you entered Hell. They were in the Wait of Waiting, waiting to be judged by Minos.
But that was a long line.
And I don't remember shit about that.
It was a long line.
And they were two separate ones. They weren't one.
You're right.
Well, is there anything I can roll to try and remember our little conversation that we had?
You actually, I'll just tell you. You guys didn't even have a conversation. But do you remember Donahue's story? Donahue was a sorcerer, just a human sorcerer, that became so powerful he was actually able to put himself in the heavens. He went past Fenris's barrier, something that none of the gods were able to do. And since he was able to do that, the gods gave him more power to be a god.
That's 25 initiative.
Okay. Eventually, he ended up killing a lot of gods, overthrowing a lot, so they exiled him back to Earth, where he ended up becoming a bit of a tyrant, and Stein and the party killed him.
And skull fucked him.
And, yeah, skull fucked him. Tholden, who was greedy for, he was envious of the power that Donahue had, he brought Donahue back to life.
Right.
And that's where you guys came and you killed them again.
And skull fucked him.
Tholden, Donahue was somebody who repieced himself and his power twice to come back from the dead. And Tholden was somebody so envious of Donahue that summoned his spirit back into the world. They are bound together by the abysmal amount of envy that they have for both power and for everything in the world that they just want to have control of, and that you keep taking away. They're envious of the power that you have, and that...
They're envious of me?
Yeah.
That's that's so funny. So, like, poetic justice.
And he just told you that. He just told you that you were the reason why he's able to be envy. Because of you.
You can have it, I don't want it.
What was your initiative, Palyus?
Initiative, then 34. Is there any way I could offer up my blood as a perhaps offering up some of Fenris's power, or can I call Fenris to bolster my own power?
Well, tell me what you're doing to try to do either one of these. Are you verbally saying, Donahue, can I give you some of my blood instead? Or, sorry, his name is not Donahue, it's Envy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make Envy. As you can see, I'm a white wolf. And I survived an encounter with Fenris. You know Fenris.
So I do.
Ops.
So I do. So what?
Same power courses through my veins.
You. How do you get to have that?
Strength of will and no small amount of luck.
Those are qualities that I was not graced with. I was graced with incredible magical skill.
And you're intelligent.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Something that you would want.
You don't understand. I would need both of your life force in order to try to reanimate myself back to the world.
You know, I have the special thing that transforms you, Donahue, into the, I think, Tholden's estate.
That's true. I had those crystals that I had given to Gaia. Shut up, Tholden. Tell you what. You give me those crystals and I'll tell you how to get to Pride.
Is that given on your word?
Of course.
Shake on
He, gestures back his creatures.
it. Do I trust this?
What's your passive insight?
27.
Seems like he's telling the truth.
Palyus?
Well, I mean, you're offering him something better than I have offered, apparently.
Well, it's yours, so you have it.
Oh, those green vials of potion or whatever?
They're like jewels, gems. Oh no, they were vials, that's right.
How many do you have?
I have currently 5 green teleportation
Just
potions.
give him one.
Well, I have 5 of them. I stole them off the crazy hag.
Just give him one. That's all you have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna tell him I have 5, but do you wish to have a way out of here? Mm-hmm. I give him a nice little stroke of my wolfish beard.
That's my goal. Do you know something better than that I don't know?
Well, tell us how to get to Pride, and we'll give you this. Obviously, we have it. But I don't know if you'll give us knowledge once you teleport out of here.
He turns back and he walks over to what looks like his throne chair. And he pushes it over. And it looks like there's a ladder to go down. Pride is one of the few places where you do actually visibly go deeper. Even coming from wrath to envy, you've descended countless miles on what seemed like just walking through a door. Beneath here is Pride. For whatever reason you'd like to go. There. I fulfilled my end.
You don't need our reasons. Do you want to leave this place?
Now. And he holds out his hand.
I'm going to just casually toss him one of the potions.
Okay. He takes one, and he immediately smashes it onto himself to teleport away. And you see half of it really kind of decay and wither, as only Thulden's half is teleported back. Donahue is standing there decrepit. He's like limp. Half of his legs are gone, half of his muscle, half of his face and his skull. You can actually see bits of brain.
Ew.
Both of the eyes are gone. You fucking bastard! You fucking tricked me! Ah!
I knew he wouldn't. I knew that he wouldn't be able to get out.
I'm gonna sweep the leg, Johnny, and then climb down the ladder.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
You can just make a quick athletics check,
For the ladder?
just to like go past, because he's like gonna grab at you and stuff.
He's blind.
Yeah, he's fucked up. He's not doing good.
32.
32,
You said acrobatics? Athletics?
whichever.
30. No, wait, 32.
Okay. You guys are able to get past the squirming, writhing, grasping Donahue as he screams again, I hate you! I hate you!
I'm just gonna whisper as I'm going past him, like, you were never gonna leave. You're way too envious.
Fuck! And even those two creatures, like, they stumble, like, they're also weakened, and they're trying to come at you, but they just can't. And they fall down as pieces of them fall away, getting closer to the hole where the ladder is.
Oh, can I stomp on them to make them free?
If you want to do that, yeah.
I'd like to do that.
Athletics it up.
Yeah, why not?
The angels are going to help as well.
Okay.
27.
They would be all about freeing these souls. Okay.
Back roll?
No, just an athletics check is fine.
Athletics?
Between the 7 of you, though, it's not even an issue.
Make sure we still punch.
39.
Okay. Yeah, between the 7 of you, you guys reduce these things to rubble and then dust, while Donahue is just writhing on the ground as bits of his skin and stuff fall away. And you could see the next demon coming in to take the place of Envy.
I'm gonna descend into Pride before we have to deal with this gentleman again.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna give the next demon a nice little Al Borland and on down the ladder.
Okay. Alright.
Donahue in the real world. Or not Donahue, but Paul.
Do you
He's
guys-
a pussy. It's fine.
Okay, then.
Those is a pussy.
Well, what I'll tell you guys out of game, since you guys don't really have to worry about it, is half of Thalden was teleported back.
He'll be dead somewhere. What the fuck is that?
We'll get back and he'll fucking Voldemort his way out of half death. And...
you guys are going into Pride. Do you want to keep going? I'm looking at you.
Well, I don't know if Josh has to do whatever he has to do with his wife.
No, that fell through. It would have had to have happened at 2:30. So the appointment's for tomorrow.
Okay.
So I got time.
Alright, then what we'll do, we'll take a quick 10-minute break, and then we will come back and continue into Pride. Alright, to be continued in Pride. Continuing down the ladder into Pride. It opens up into a vast open space, and it actually seems quite sunny and pretty down here. Once you get to the bottom of this ladder, you're able to take off your winter clothes and everything. Oh, geez, that's not what I want. You're able to take off your winter clothes. It's actually quite comfortable. And strewn about in this vast open space, it actually is quite peaceful seeming. There are a whole bunch of thousands of people, as far as the eye can see, that are actually sitting at these desks with a mirror, and it looks like they're all writing something. But every now and then you'll see them stare at the mirror and just look at themselves and smile. And then they'll come back and they'll keep writing. And as you go past a couple of them, you see that they're actually writing all the things that they love about themselves. They're writing a biography of all the great things that they did. And there's one man, he's human, he has soft, flowing, brown hair, lean, muscular. Looks down, you can see I played the role of Batman in Batman Begins. I was in Equilibrium. I did all these wonderful things. I'm fit, I work out, I'm beautiful. I was the best American Psycho. I'm great at everything.
Fuck Christian Bale.
And then you go up to, and you walk past the next guy, and he has a very similar beard, but elegant facial, similar hair, but elegant facial hair. And all his says, and then he's just kicked back with his feet up, staring at himself in the mirror, it just says, I am Iron Man. That's it. And this is really for as far as the eye could see, and every direction surrounding this ladder. I know, right? It makes sense. This is what you'd expect.
Oh, that's so true.
And in one part, a ways away, you could see this another grand palace, but this one's made entirely out of mirrors. And surrounding the palace, there are all these figures that are just worshipping. On their hands and knees, worshipping their own reflection, worshipping the palace. And everybody seems to be having a grand old time, just praising.
Alright. Well, to the palace we go.
Okay.
Agreed.
Originally, I wanted to put Lucifer in here. But it doesn't make sense. Your fucking guy had to be named Lucifer. So, you continue on to this palace of mirrors, and the door is actually just open. And periodically you'll see somebody walk out, just like, kind of smiling at the thought of themselves. And you see this illustrious sun that comes past, and it's been maybe 5-10 minutes that you've been down here, but this illustrious Hellfire sun has already worked its way across the sky. And as soon as it touches down, all these mirrors seem to crack, and everything that everybody sees in these reflections is the exact opposite of what they had seen before. So you see all of them like admiring their own beauty, writing down all these wonderful things about themselves, and then you see this ugly, hideous reflection of this dilapidated woman with warts on her face, and now she's writing all the things she regrets, all the things that she did wrong, that she hated about herself. And then another 10 minutes go by, and it's sunny, and they're praising themselves and doing the same thing.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. Just one thing you saw walking past.
I'm gonna ask Castiel if he has any sort of knowledge about the area. Since he's an angel now.
Well, pride is without a doubt the most foreboding of sin. It's self-destruction on every level. You feel like you're worthy of taking things that aren't yours. You feel like you're worthy of putting yourself wherever you want to be, of ending someone's life because you deserve to. Pride is the worst of any of these sins because it gives you all of the others with it. All of them. Whoever holds the seat of pride is not only the most prideful and the embodiment of pride itself, but will also be backed by all the power of all this self-recognition. This will, without a doubt, be the most difficult challenge we'll face.
Besides death.
And I'm assuming right now you guys are standing outside that Palace of Mirrors.
Should we run through as quickly as possible while it's sunny? Or maybe they seem to be writing, things they like about themselves, and then also writing things that they regret. Should we follow suit or just run through and break mirrors?
Breaking mirrors is bad luck.
Hey.
Can you say it as Stein would say it?
Breaking mirrors is bad luck.
Okay.
Should we just tread lightly and continue on?
I think that if this is the punishment that these people have been deemed, we should let them revel in it for eternity. That's just been deemed by the Maker.
Works for me. I don't think we should be fucking around because you remember what happened.
I have been of the opinion to make as least amount of disturbance as possible.
Alright.
Passing through. We don't mean to make waves.
Let's just go to the palace then.
Okay. Once you get to it, like I said, the door's wide open. We'll say this is just as the sun is coming back up around. And stepping in, it's just one ginormous room made entirely out of mirrors, with one hole dead center that kind of shows where the sun is or what stage it's at. And in this room, there's just one man. He is a human wearing these long, elaborate black robes, and he's actually walking around the room, just tracing his hand along the mirror, staring at himself. And he's just got a big smile on his face. And you hear his voice trace across the room. How many people could make their own heaven and hell just by being themselves? I feel like I could just be the best anywhere. Anytime.
You're cutting out, I can't hear you.
He pretty much said that how many people can make their own heaven in hell. And the voice sounds familiar to both of you. And as he gets closer, you could recognize him to be Regdar. There's none more powerful than I, more cunning than I. Although I am surprised to see the two of you here. That seems like a foolish decision to come here, alive. I'm sure you would have ended up here anyway, Stein.
Pride?
I'm sure you would.
I doubt that.
Come on. You wanted Lyusian just as much as I did. The only difference is, I was actually able to do it.
I did not want any part of Lyusian.
Huh. Interesting. Well, it works out.
You didn't have to die.
You did what you could, and like most of the things you guys have done, you failed. I get it.
Oh, I understand. You failed as well.
At first, that's what I thought. And in coming down here, I realized that I didn't fail. Look where I am. Look what I've made of this place. Only I could have done this. And the guy who was Pride before me, but let's face it, he was nothing.
You're all the same.
We are not all the same. I am better than everyone that's ever come before me.
You should prove it to us then, because I don't think that's true.
Well,
Yeah, you don't actually have life.
what good is life?
I'm living.
Yeah, so what? You've been cursed by the touch of a wolf, the whatever, probably have some kind of diseases. Stein, you're a wreck. You look for pieces of
I
yourself in
didn't say-
small children.
I didn't say that I'm the best or anything. I'm very content with just being me. And all my flaws. So, I just come to accept it. You think you're the best shit since sliced bread. And that's not the case. Because you, like everyone else here, think you're amazing. You fucking clearly aren't.
Well, I will give you a big bravo for being humble. But let's face it, you're in hell. You're alive. Talk about bad decisions. And when you go back, if you go back, you could go back to being an impeached president, a guy who sacrificed his throne, and after all the good that you've done to the world, and I know you've done good, nobody cares about you.
It is what it is.
Down
All I
here,
need is my family.
a whole bunch of orphans, a ragtag team of put together odds and ends to make a family.
They're
Look
my
at him.
family.
Looking.
I don't care.
Well, no, you even just look at Cheng, and he's actually looking pretty bad. He's like kind of wobbling.
Look at him.
Oh, you broke up. What'd you say, Palyus?
Look at him. Look at Li Cheng. He has helped you in the past, and you stand in his way.
What does one boy matter? One orphan matter? You're in the presence of a god. I am a god. I have all this power. And what do you have, Palyus? Do you even have a family anymore? Huh?
Child.
Oh, you do? Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be really happy bringing his dog to school. He's going to love that. Hey, this is my dad. Don't scratch behind his ear. Come on. Look at you guys. Try to be more like me. Confident, powerful, smart.
Dick.
Well. Clearly.
You are what you eat, you know?
Oh. That was one
You're
time.
just blowing yourself.
I could have any one of these people blow me.
You just blow yourself because you don't think any people are good enough. So you need to blow yourself. And now I have pity on you.
Pity. Imagine what pity from a reject prince does for me.
Oh, at least I'm not blowing myself. That's all I'm saying.
At this point, the sun is about halfway across, and it's shining directly in. So this whole room is very much illuminated. And you can see he's the only one in it. There's actually a couple of glyphs that from this sun angle, you're able to see illuminated on the ceiling.
What's it say?
About, actually it's a really tall ceiling, so about 200 feet up. They're just glyphs, so they don't say anything, per se. But with a successful Arcana check, I might be able to tell you what they do.
Like much for me. 14.
Hold on. 31.
Okay. Li Cheng was looking up, but he's like sweating a bit. It's getting in his eyes. He couldn't tell. Palyus, you take a glimpse, but it doesn't really mean much to you. Stein, you feel like this is how you get to death. Whatever these glyphs are opens something up. You just have to touch them.
Okay.
So, I think you guys should get comfortable here, because I don't plan on letting you go, or helping you. You're beneath me.
Are you a good, stair maker?
Sorry?
Are you able to make stairs?
I could do anything. I am
I don't think you're a
God.
good stair maker. I think you suck at making stairs.
You don't think I can make stairs?
I don't think you can make stairs.
You know what? This is a child's game, but I'll play for you, Stein, because I have pity
Don't touch
on
me.
you.
Don't touch me.
He got a little
You smell.
swipe. Delicious.
No, gross. You smell like feces.
He waves out his hand, and a flight of stairs erects from the ground.
I'm gonna look at Lee. I'm gonna start
I
proceeding
bet
up the
they
stairs.
can't hold all of our weight.
I bet they can't hold all of our weight. I'm gonna start proceeding up the stairs.
There's stairs. They only go up about 20 feet.
I bet you can't make more stairs. These stairs are so shitty.
Are you kidding? I could make infinite stairs.
Go ahead, prove it. I don't fucking believe you. I think these stairs are shitty. Prove me wrong.
Okay. So he like extends them just effortlessly, going up about 100 feet. Come on.
These suck. I bet you can't reach the top of the ceiling.
Huh. I'll do better than that. And you see him raise up both of his hands, and all of the stairs quickly start to shake and lunge straight towards the ceiling.
I'm gonna go like this.
You could all roll acrobatics to not shake off these stairs. There is no railing, by the way. They are just stairs.
Fine, I'm gonna grab Lee also.
40.
40. Nice. Did you, before you guys started going up this, did you have the angels follow you? Okay.
Well, I just assume we're all moving.
Yeah, I kind of
Okay.
gave like a...
Well, I mean, Stein and Palyus are up ahead with Cheng.
It's good that you grabbed Li Cheng, because he immediately flew off. As soon as it started to shake, he's like, ah! And you grabbed him right away. And it's shaking, and it is obvious these are not stopping. They are going to smash into this.
Is the glyph... Is he headed towards the glyph?
It's heading towards one of them.
Alright, I'm gonna go towards the glyph and, like, try and, like, touch it. Do I think that'll work?
That's what you think you have to do.
Okay, so I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna actually, like... cut up my hand a little bit to go like this.
From your Arcana check, you know it does need some blood.
Alright. Blood. I'm gonna whisper to Palyus, cut your head before you hit!
There's only the one glyph that you're heading towards. The other three are kind of about 30 feet away.
So each person is one glyph per person?
Yeah, but the stairway is directly under one of them, so that would mean 3 people are jumping away.
Okay. I'm going to throw Lee. I'm going to cut his hand. Be like, it's okay. I'm going to cut his hand a little bit. I'm going to throw him towards that one. And I'm going to leap towards one of the ones to the side.
Okay.
Kind of using the momentum of the shitty stairs to head towards the other.
Okay. What about the other 2? The angels will help out too. What do you want them to do?
Well, I'm gonna follow suit, cut my hand. I mean, I can see Stein doing what he's doing.
Why?
Cut up my hand and leap for a... Can I see it now that I'm getting closer to him, or what?
Yeah, we'll say Stein pointing them out has let you see them. But keep in mind, if you do jump to touch these glyphs, you are 200 feet above the ground. Do with that information what you want.
I'm feeling lucky.
Yeah. Gotta go for it.
Okay. Then I guess if you guys are going for those, we'll say one angel is backing you up. One angel, I guess you guys are okay. One angel will back up Lee, and then the other 2 will go for the other glyph.
Alright. Acrobatics?
Oh, actually, you know what? The angels can't do it. They don't have blood.
Okay. Catch us if we fall.
They're not those kind of angels.
Alright, acrobatics?
Well, it's
Athletics?
a leap, so it will be an athletics check.
Lee doesn't need to make a check because I'm throwing him, right?
Doesn't matter, because I crit!
You fucking cut. Then you make both.
Make both what?
One acrobatics and one athletics.
Okay, well, acrobatics is going to be 30.
Very nice.
Athletics is going to be 31.
Very nice. You threw Li Cheng spot on. As he's flying, he's dragging his little blood smear. Boom. Gets the glyph. You see it glow from pink to yellow, and then it just stays illuminated white. Same thing happens with yours. Same thing happens with Palyus's, and the angels can't activate the 4th glyph, so...
Can they go through our glyph?
Well, you're just activating them. You're not going through them.
Wait.
A glyph is like a sigil. It's just a mark.
Oh, fuck me. Alright.
I thought you had some kind of plan.
No, I thought we would go through them. I didn't understand.
Go through a portal or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh. Okay. Alright, that's fine. We'll go with that then. Alright, so as soon as you touch them...
Well, that explains why you're telling...
And that is the end.
I thought you guys had some kind of plan. I thought there was some plan involved to, like...
Oh, that's why you kept
ground.
saying it was 200 feet. I'm like, well, if we're going through... Alright,
we just go through these glyphs, it's a teleport, done.
Yeah, I thought,
Okay.
That was
I could change what I was gonna do since I like where this is going. So you guys
what
touch
a horrible ending. They just launch into the sky, touch the glyphs, and fall to their death.
Well, if you guys had activated all 4 at once from what I was originally planning, it would have been fine. But alright,
there's 3.
There's 4. Damn it, Josh. You touch the glyphs, and you are immediately pulled into it like a tractor beam. And what it is you actually go through the surface of the mirror, and you're standing on the top of this mirrored palace.
Can the angels go up that way too?
They could not.
Okay, they can't go through, even though we activated it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, actually, the ones that were with you guys could. So,
We
one
have
came
2.
up with Lee, one came up with Palyus.
Okay, so there's 2.
Yeah. Let me just mark them.
Can one of them be Castiel?
Yeah, one of them has to be. Castiel came, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The other one is Orion, which works out for you guys, because he is the toughest one and the most loyal one. So, all of you, Li Cheng, Stein, and Palyus, are standing there with Orion and Castiel on the top of this roof. And this is just as the sun has passed over that middle point. But let me tell you what you see before it actually crests over. There's actually a beam that's coming directly down, and it looks like that is another glyph that brings you up to the next stage. But it looks like it's only active at that certain part of the sun. So you have to wait for it to come back around, which will be in 10 minutes.
To bring you back up or bring you down?
To bring you up.
Oh, so we didn't have to do that at all.
No, you did.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Very confused.
It only goes up from the roof, so you did have to get to the roof to get to the next...
Oh, I understand. This is the next level on the surface.
Yep.
And, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna get on this beam thing.
Well, it's not there right now, so you gotta wait 10 minutes.
But you said... Okay.
It goes with the phases of the sun, so as you guys are getting up there, you see this beam as it's disappeared.
Okay.
Okay. Excellent. And what you will see next, because you gotta wait for the sun to go back down, then it comes back up. As soon as it goes down, you feel the whole palace beneath you rumbling. And erupting out from the side, flying past with a mighty roar. Does anybody remember what Regdar was?
Dragon.
Is a mighty black dragon. Erupting up past the building. His wings flapping so mighty, it almost knocks you to the floor. He lands on the edge of the building, digging his claws into the mirror, and it makes that glass scratching sound. You really thought you could just leave? Says this mighty dragon.
Yeah.
You are quite the best, aren't you?
Oh, you know I am. I'm glad you finally recognize it. But I see what you were doing now. You played right to my ego. Good person to play to, actually.
Well, clearly you are the best stair maker.
Oh.
Wait, am I to understand that you're not the lowest level of hell?
I am not, actually.
Ah.
Although from here it
Clearly
only...
someone better than you.
Hey. Down below is only the Death Man himself. Along with, well, his generals, you could say.
Got a little bit farther to go.
Well, actually, if that beam makes it back around and you're still alive, I guess you'll be good to go. But I'm betting you won't be. I'm betting I will have eaten you. Because, let's face it, you're a wolf, and you're mostly Stitches. Oh.
So why would you want to eat us? We're clearly not the best food you could possibly eat.
If you get past me, it's gonna make me look bad. And I can't have anybody thinking you're better than me.
Unless you join us and kill Death and take his place. Then,
Oh,
in only then will you be the most powerful.
That's impressive. All the girls would want you.
Oh.
You would have power and dominion over Death itself. Your whim.
It's impressive.
It is tempting. But I like it here. And I am the best, and someday it will all be mine, but it'll be on my own terms, not yours.
We're just strictly making conversation.
Oh, you're doing it again! See, you're stalling me.
We're not stalling you.
You were stalling me.
No, we're not
Well,
stalling
the
you.
only way you're gonna win the battle against Death is with our help. Because clearly, if you had the power, you'd have done it already.
Oh?
That is true. Just saying.
How could you possibly be satisfied with the second best?
I'm too savvy to fall for your tricks again. You got me to build those stairs for you. Now it's time for me to eat you.
I don't think we taste that good. We're not of your caliber.
You have, by the way, by talking to him, consumed about half the time. So, now you can go ahead, though, and... Oh,
I'm not done talking.
You already rolled initiative? When did that happen? Oh, for the other fight that we didn't have.
The one-time only offer. Join us and become the best, the most feared.
Oh, my God. You think you're prideful now? Wait till you kill Death and take his throne.
I am pride. I won't fall for your tricks. Down here, I am God. Down there, I'd have to be Death. Let's face it, there's a lot less work to be a god.
But is there?
You could roll initiative.
Is this him saying that?
33.
25. I'm just saying that, Death's crown would look good on you.
Anything will look good on me. In fact, they say I make the clothes look good.
You make what look good?
Clothes.
Clothes?
Clothing.
Clothing. Like wovens?
Yeah, all sorts of things.
Well, I mean, I really very much like your armor that you have on.
Oh, thank you.
What is that? Is that chrome?
Well, right now he's in dragon.
Are those chrome chrome scales you have on? Black and chrome?
This is actually ancient volcanic scales.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah, thanks.
Did you create that yourself, or that's what you just got?
Palyus, it's your turn. Are you gonna attack? Can I have a tissue, please?
Oh, continue speaking.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume the first assault stance, in case, and continue talking to him. My, what bright scales you have!
All the better to shield myself with.
Oh my god, you must have some impressive stats.
Is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna just kind of shift one space. We'll ground there.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
That is the end.
Go full defensive.
Next up goes Little Lee.
He wants to go full defensive.
Okay, so you're in total defense. That adds +2 to all of your defenses until your next turn.
Alright.
Next up goes Little Lee, who hobbles forth shaking, leaning pretty much his entire body weight on this staff. Oh. And then immediately falls to the ground, face down. You gotta... He botched his endurance check to stay conscious, so... Oh, look! The little one's down! Oh, and you did so well to get this far. No. Oh, wait, he's still breathing. He's still breathing. Oh. What's the matter, Stein? Are you worried? Oh, part of your little stitched-together family? I get it. Well, don't worry. You'll all be joining him soon enough. And now goes Regnar Pride God. This is a burst attack. Sorry, a blast attack. So this would actually be hitting... Well, it'll be targeting everybody. You could step in front of Lee if you'd like. Okay. Alright. You don't have to roll for it. I'm going to assume you were already looking out. So, this attack will first be, we'll say, Palyus. It is against your... What is it against? Reflex. Plus 28. It'll be 40 against your reflex. Against Stein, we will have a 42. Against the Angel... Higher. Okay, so it's actually going to hit all of you. You don't take extra damage for shielding Lee, you just shield Lee. 3, 4, 10, 14, 24. Alright, this is going to be 44 fire damage.
I resist 5.
Is that all you resist?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought you resisted 10.
Well, I mean, my sight didn't level up with me.
You can make it that you resist 10.
Okay.
Makes sense. 44 fire damage for everyone!
What do I get?
So 10 less.
So that's 30... 44 you said?
44.
34.
And that is actually only a minor action. His next one will be against... I don't know who's closest. Who is the most hurt? Is anyone bloodied at all?
No.
No, you guys healed last time? Okay. Alright, we'll make this against... 2. Palyus. This is against your armor class for 41.
No.
8, 9, 10. That is 20 damage. And when he hits you with that claw, he gets to make a bite attack. Which missed. So, good for you. After Regdar goes Stein. He had a move action too that he didn't use, so he's going to trade it in for a minor. And you see him just kind of pick up a stick and throw it. He says, "Go get it, boy! Go get it!"
Harsh.
That's
I look at the stick like, no.
funny.
Alright, next time.
Okay. Mm, 14, 28, what is that? What's 14 and 28?
42.
Alright, so it's gonna be 42 to reflex.
Ooh, very nice. That'll hit.
Nice.
Nice job.
Okay. 2 d10s. Let's d8. Extra d10. 52 plus Fury of Blows, so it's 57.
Wow. Nice. Oh, Stein! Your hits will leave me in stitches. And after Stein goes...
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna also minor action and drink a potion.
Okay. And then goes Castiel. Who's going to hold his turn so that Orion can go. I don't know if you guys remember Orion, but he actually dual-wielded 2 spears.
Oh, that's right, the pikes.
Yeah. So he runs up, and he's going to try to stab both of them, like at different heights. Figures. Better. Okay. Alright, so he runs up, and he stabs one of them in so forcefully that the pike snaps in half, and he ends up stabbing just the blunt end in. And the other one does stab in completely. He leaves both those pieces in, and he picks up the shattered tip of the pike, and now he's just using that.
Sounds like they're teaming up. That's what that sounds like.
Castiel goes next. He does a giant leap, lands on the end of this one spear, and uses it to catapult himself up higher to the head, and comes down on it with his sword. If it hits. He botches. So he catapults up in this mighty swing, and he lifts up his sword, and he's overshot it, and now he's just falling very quickly. He's pretty much... he's missing the dragon.
Come on.
Yeah, it looks like his catapult kind of did an up and over. He'll actually be falling off the building if he doesn't save himself. So I'll roll for that. Yeah. You pretty much see him catapult up over the dragon, and he falls behind the dragon.
With a flop.
Well, the dragon is holding on the edge of the building, so that's 200 feet down on that side.
Oh.
It would have been cool, though. Alright, next up goes Palyus.
I'm gonna follow his lead.
Okay.
You gonna fall off the building too?
No.
You can make an athletics.
$33.
Very, very nice. What are you trying to do? You trying to attack the head, or you trying to jump over it?
I'm trying to bounce off the stake that's in the side of the dragon, launch up, and then hit it in the back of the neck, vertebrae style.
Okay. You could make an attack roll, because you were able to successfully jump off of it with that athletics. More controlled than Castiel did.
Crit.
Armor class.
40? That'll hit. You can roll for damage.
Well,
I turned the dip off.
40 damage. Plus fire, 5 fire.
Very nice.
If it doesn't, if it's immune.
You could gather from your hit that it is immune.
Alright, I'm going to... What do I have? Fire, ice, corrosive, electricity. I'm gonna go with electricity.
Oh.
Okay, so you're switching your axe over after the attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seeing that the fire does nothing.
Where did you want to try to land? Do you want to try to land back on the ground, or do you want to try to land on the dragon?
On the dragon.
Okay. An acrobatics check, please. Feel free to tell me that stuff, too, if that's your goal, to land it. Let me know. This way you're telling me your story. What is it?
35 for acrobatics.
Okay. You are able to land on his, back shoulder part, just above his wing.
I'm going to brace and hold on as tightly as I can.
Okay. Next up will be... Oh, it's Li Cheng. Let me just make a little save here. Okay. And after Li goes... Regdar. Once you're on his back, by the way, you could see down below you, swinging down on the tail, is Castiel. He's all the way down at the bottom. He will make another breath attack. We'll start off against Stein. I feel like it's gonna miss. 34 to reflex.
No, that hits.
Yay!
Reflex is my lowest somehow.
And then higher to Orion. 14, 30, 22, 27. That is 47 fire damage.
Oh, so it's 37.
Yeah. Orion is now looking very bloodied, having been hit by both and having no fire immunity. He is going to try to claw Palyus off his shoulder. And crits. This is gonna hurt a lot. 44.
Also hurt himself.
69. With a crit, he is spot on.
How far is he away from me?
It's right in front of you if you attacked.
Oh, well, then he gets -1 to his attack.
It's still a crit. 69.
I have an immediate interrupt.
77.
That if you crit, you have to re-roll.
You guys didn't take an extended. You didn't take an extended rest though. If it's a daily, is it an encounter power?
Take a chance.
Is it an encounter or a daily?
Counter.
Damn it! All right. What is it?
The attacker must re-roll the attack and use the second roll even if it's void.
Damn it! I'm so excited. Ah, and now it's a 19. Whatever. It's still gonna hurt. Just won't kill you.
19 to what? It misses.
No, I rolled a 19.
Oh.
Alright, so we got 12, 20, 27. Alright, so it will be 47, and he now has you, he pulled you off his shoulder, and he has you in his claw. And when he hits with his claw, he gets to make a bite attack. Which in your case will be to try to swallow you. Nom 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 nom. No, just kidding. He's going to try to bite you. Let's see. This is going to be 37 to armor class.
That hits.
17, 8. That's 25. Pretty much you are half in his mouth. His teeth are biting into your waist.
Better than critting, though.
Yeah. The damage that I was up to without adding bonus damage was 79. So, good thing. And after Regdar, will go Stein.
Where's the sun at this point?
Looks like you'll have another 2 rounds of battle.
Okay. It's gonna be 45 to Will.
Hits. Is this the end of Palyus? Find out on the next turn in Dungeons and Dragons.
Shit.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26. It's going to be 59, which includes the Fury of Blows. And Until the end of my next turn, the target takes a penalty to attack rolls of 5.
Oh.
Until the end of my next turn. So I really only one turn of his.
It's one turn of his, yeah. That's typical, though, for those moves.
Okay.
It doesn't penalize him more than that normally. Okay. Nice job, Stein.
Thank you.
After Stein goes Castiel, who will attempt first to climb up the tail and do a very mediocre job. So he will use his next turn to continue to climb up the tail. And he is, up the body. So he is now up to the shoulder. On Palyus, on periodic swings...
I meant to knock back a potion.
On periodic swings, while he's biting you in his mouth, moving his head back and forth, you could see Castiel's hand come up the shoulder, like he's trying to come up to help you. Next up will go Orion, who is able to remove one of his spears to keep fighting with it, and he's trying to make some swings, but he missed with one of them. Alright. And he does enough damage that he bloodies Regdar.
Oh my god, he's gonna explode.
Since he is bloodied, he has a move that he could get to use on his turn. That's his turn. And we're up to Palyus first.
Hence why I was like, oh, he's gonna explode.
What can I do?
You could try to escape. It's a grab. So
Escapo!
you gotta escape the grab. So your
Right
choice...
now, I have Thor's hammer.
I thought you had a chipped axe.
It is a chipped axe, but it is flowing with lightning.
Okay. Whatever you want to do with that. Normally, if you wanted to try to escape the grab normally, it's an acrobatics check or an athletics check. Your choice. The teeth are digging in. Oh, and at the start of your turn, since you're in his mouth, you take 10 damage.
Nom nom.
Soup. Here.
Ah! Escapo! 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 The bumpers.
One hit.
1 hit point! Oh, Palyus might... He goes after you. If Palyus doesn't get out of his mouth, he's dead. Or maybe not dead, but he's hurt. Probably dead.
Do I see a uvula back at the gaping mouth?
I'm trying to think size-wise how big this mouth would be. It is a great axe. It would have some reach. Yep, you do see it.
Oh my god.
It's a big reach.
You'll have to be holding it at the bare tip. Fully outstretched, leaning in. The teeth are going to dig into you a bit more.
I'm going to try and, get him to throw up.
Okay.
And electrocute the uvula.
You can make,
Is there such thing as a luck check?
it's essentially going to be, I guess, an acrobatics +1. $38. I gotta look, because it's really close.
What?
You're able to reach it just far enough. And as you do, the shock clenches his jaw. And you drop the axe. Because, well, you had 1 hit point, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me roll just for some clenching damage. Oh, 8 damage. And as soon as you touch it, as the teeth clench and you fall unconscious, Stein, what you see is you hear the shock and you hear the dragon as Palyus comes spitting out of his mouth, dragging it and rolling across the building, and is teetering towards the edge.
Roll for acrobatics.
Go ahead.
Axe is still in his throat. Did he get coughed up? What?
29.
When you're conscious, you can make a perception check, okay? You are able to nimbly get over there in time. And you get his rolling, unconscious, bloodied body just before it rolls off the edge.
Alright.
Okay?
I'm just gonna move over next to Lee.
Okay.
After I, grab him, I'm just gonna... Next to Lee.
And that's the end of Palyus's turn, which brings about Regdar's turn. And he will kind of, shrug back, and he spits out the axe, which jings over and falls off the side of the building.
He has a penalty.
What's the penalty?
-5.
Okay. To attack rolls?
Yeah, to attack rolls. Penalty to attack rolls.
Alright, well, we'll see how this works out. Because now he gets to use his super magma breath. And you have Palyus and Lee next to each other?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bit of a gag reflex, do you there, Regdar?
Ha! You are not what you eat. That much is evident. He is going to use his super duper magma breath. And let's see. I'm going to leave this choice up to you, Stein, since you're trying to cover 2 people from being singed beyond recognition. If you want to cover both of them, you can, but it'll be an automatic hit. Or if you want to just cover them, one of them, I could roll against you as normal. Do you want an auto hit? Or do you want me to roll against you? And one of them will be badly burned.
I'll take both.
That's nice of you. Alright, I'm just going to roll to see if I crit. I didn't. Alright, then this one will be against Orion, because he's the only one still up there, and somehow I missed him.
Because he's up in the air somehow. He's just floating in the air somehow.
He's able to dodge bits of magma.
Crouching tiger, hidden dragon.
25. That's going to be 55 fire damage.
Oh, I guess that's 45 fire damage. I am bloodied. But with being bloodied, branch of sin. Oh! Motherfucker's gonna die.
And since that was only his minor action, he will make a
Hit me some
more. He's gonna try. Ah, I forgot how much you like to fight, Stein. That will be 40 to armor class.
That hits.
Show itch.
5, 9,
Oh, wait, I'm on
8,
counts.
17 damage.
Is that fire damage or 17?
That's just 17. That was his claw. And when he hits with the claw, he gets to make a bite. Which will be 40 to armor class.
That hits.
10, 22. And he pretty much bit down and has you halfway in his mouth.
What was the bite? How much was that?
22. Bite damage. Wah.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, I'm fucked up. Alright.
And after he goes, then goes Stein.
It goes Stein!
It
Alright.
puts the lotion on its skin.
Great. Get free melee basic. Enemies treat adjacent squares as difficult terrain. Encounter moves as insubstantial. So basically, with all the bloodiness coming out of Stein's face, he has these super uber sights coming out.
Ah.
And he will attack.
Cutting the inside of the mouth of the beast.
A little bit.
Do your worst.
We'll see. We'll see.
And don't get out of his mouth. I really want to do this move, so somebody don't get out of the mouth. Jeez.
Well, I'm gonna attack.
Trust me when I say, you
Can I
want to be
attack?
out of the mouth.
Of course you can.
I can attack with still being in the mouth.
You can. You would just take a penalty.
How much?
2.
Okay. Alright.
Palyus, your check to escape his mouth, by the way, was exactly what you needed. I regretted giving you a +1. I was like, damn! I could have done it! Would have been the end of Palyus, eaten by Regdar.
No. I refuse. Absolutely, Cheng can feed me some of Wrath's liver.
And you could become the next Doom.
Okay, I missed, but I'm going to try again. With a action point. Alright, so that'd be 38 to Fortitude? Fortitude. 38 to Fortitude.
I will miss.
No, it doesn't. We'll try again.
Action point?
Do I have two?
38?
Was that an action point?
It was.
Oh, then no, you don't have to.
Okay, so since
He's a dragon.
Is
They
that
have
considered
very
a
high
basic
fortitude.
attack?
It's their highest defense.
is that considered a basic attack?
Which one was it? Can you just point to it? No.
Is there anything I can do to
What did you use your standard action for? Did you miss the first time?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got a 3. I got a 12.
At least you stayed in his mouth.
What I'm going to do is take a health potion. Otherwise, I'm probably going to die next turn.
Okay. That's so funny. I imagine Stein like halfway in this dragon's mouth, still like, motherfucker! Go, 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 go.
That's exactly what's happening. Alright. Do your worst.
Really, you guys only have to survive one more of his turns.
Oh, wait. I missed twice, so he gets missed attack damage. I'm sorry. Half damage. You slide the target 5 squares, shift 5 squares in a square adjacent to it.
Shift out of the mouth of the beast.
You can't. You can't shift while grabbing.
But it's substantial also because
Oh.
I have my breakfast.
You dick.
So I missed twice with this move. So does that mean I do damage twice? And you do half of both?
I guess so.
Yeah, that's how
we'll do it that way. Well, no, you're not supposed to be able to use the same daily power.
Yeah, I
twice.
didn't realize that afterwards.
But you did spend your action point and use your standard, so yeah, you could deal the damage. And since you're insubstantial, you will fall out of his mouth.
Oh, we got 22, 23.
Man, you look upset.
I am upset. I really thought I was gonna have Stein right there.
30.
And now it's like I got one more turn to kill 3 people. It's tough. It's tough being a dragon.
30 minus 30 plus 26. So it's 56 divided by 2, 28.
Okay.
And then you want to just do 28 again? Or you want me to roll again?
28's fine, so we'll do the 56.
So, effect, you fly your speed. This movement doesn't provoke any opportunity attack as well.
Well, you were insubstantial, so you fall out.
But I also get a secondary attack. And then if... Yeah. I make a secondary attack as well. So you try it again. But it's like another attack.
Like a basic attack?
No, it's an attack plus attacks at fortitude, so I'm probably gonna miss both times. But you fall prone if I
Well,
hit.
you're only gonna do that move once.
Okay, but you go prone if I hit.
Oh,
But it's
okay.
against your fortitude, so unless I crit, it's probably not gonna happen.
And he's hanging on the edge of the building. You can get him to fall off the building.
33 to fortitude.
That'll miss.
Yeah, I figured. But half damage, and you... Oh! Even miss, you still fall prone.
Oh.
Half damage. So it's
Damn.
10 plus dex, 17. So you still get 17 damage. Oh, I'm sorry, not 17. You get half of that. You get 8 or 9.
Okay.
but you get knocked prone.
Alright, then he starts to fall from the building. His front claws let loose, he starts to fall off. I mean, you already know he could fly. Huh?
I didn't say anything.
Oh. Okay. After Stein... Very nice moves, by the way.
Even while missing, Stein's amazing.
Goes Castiel, who will try to jump off this dragon before it falls. Oh, and he succeeds. He pretty much, as the dragon's falling, he steps off the shoulder and jumps, grabbing the edge of the building. And as he climbs up, you can see that he had already caught Palyus' axe.
Nice. Palyus is so upset that he lost his axe.
He doesn't even know he lost it. He's
No,
unconscious.
but he knows.
Well, if I did lose it, I only have one hand.
Oh, then maybe he didn't catch it. Maybe it fell.
Oh, shut up.
He climbs up, and that's pretty much his turn. He did a running jump off his back, leaped, caught the building, pulled himself up. And
Do better, Jesus.
after him goes Orion, who should really help Palyus. I guess you're both pretty fucked up. Orion doesn't have that kind of healing. Palyus, Orion's gonna try to stabilize you and botch. So I'm gonna deal you a little bit of damage for the angel that can't save anyone. He came up to you and he tried to kind of patch up your wounds, but he put the spear down nearby and he's trying to like just kind of get in there and get out some of the dragon teeth that were still stuck. So he's cutting into you and it's doing more harm than good. So you're gonna take 8 damage. You don't die until negative half health, so that's negative your bloodied value. What are you down to?
Just 15.
Negative 15? Oh, you're fine. Stein
Yeah,
takes more
it's
damage
ridiculous.
shaving.
What?
Nothing. After Orion, we are back to Palyus, who can make a saving throw against death, please.
You need a second win?
I would.
I quit!
What do I need?
Uh,
Not a crit.
10 or better.
11.
11. That's a pass. Good job. No marks against death. If you score a critical, if you get a crit, you get to spend a healing surge, and if that puts you back into positive, you are conscious. Otherwise, you're still unconscious. If you botch, well, it's not very good.
You die.
After Palyus goes Regdar.
What? I
I
can't
had
use
turned it
second
off.
win?
No, not while you're bleeding out.
Ah.
We had a lot of it this time.
We did. Here's dinner. The mighty dragon swoops back up.
Where's the light?
It's after this round.
Oh.
It'll be there. So you guys just have to survive what he's about to do, and then it'll be okay.
Okay.
Again, he is doing his lava breath, and you can again stand and cover the two of them, or just block one. Okay. I realize it'll be more fair if I don't roll anything to see if I crit against you, so you're just gonna take regular damage.
Yeah, I know.
This is against Castiel, which will hit, and that's against Orion, which will also hit. So that is 4.
They're angels, I'm really not worried about them. I know one of them's bloodied already.
Yeah, Orion's really not looking good. This
Oh, he sucks, so I'm not really happy with his performance.
Orion's really not looking too good.
16, 18. That will be 39 fire damage
For me?
for all of you.
So, 29 fire damage.
Orion has fallen unconscious, covered in magma, burning. It's not good.
I'm
Castiel,
still really bloodied, but...
Castiel is very bloodied. And, since it is my last turn anyway, I will use an action point.
Oh, fuck. You can put me below 0 whenever you're gonna hit.
Only if I hit. This will be against your armor class. President Stein. Hold on.
39 armor class.
Are you adjacent to me?
I'm 2 squares away. So no. My melee reaches 2.
Wait, hold on.
Is that just what I needed?
Yeah. But I'm insubstantial.
That means you will take half damage.
Okay.
17, 18 plus 8, 16 damage.
Is that half already?
Oh no. So 8. 8 damage. And since he hits you with his claw, he gets a bite.
Oh my!
Do you want to look at my
But
roll?
you're insubstantial. Are you, did you crit?
Yes, I do.
I'm still insubstantial.
So you'll take half damage from my crit.
I hope it's not more than like 82, because then you told me.
Oh, that's all I need?
Yeah.
Maybe if you weren't insubstantial, actually. So 38, 48, 58, 65. So cut in half, that will be 32 damage. And you are again in his mouth. Oh, actually you're insubstantial.
And
So he bites you and picks you up and you pretty much phase out.
Ha! Bitch, I'm at negative.
And then it's your turn. How negative? I like to know.
I know. Negative 16.
down.
I'm at negative 16. But negative half my health. But I'm still going.
All I
Alright.
had to do was 80 to kill you. How
Yep.
funny is that?
Okay, so I'm just standing there.
Bits of lava, scratched up,
Alright.
bitten.
I gotta take a potion. That'll be my first thing. So now 9. Alright. So it's after this turn, right?
Yeah, at the start of the next round, it will be behind you. And then all you guys do is get into it.
How far are we from the vigil area?
It will be directly behind you.
Okay.
So it's not like you have to drag them, you just actually have to throw them in.
Okay. Alright. Let's do. Ready. 14, 28. What's 14, 28? It's gonna be 42 to reflex.
Nice, that'll hit.
Ah!
Stop listening. Stop listening.
Well, not.
Got 2, 4, 5, 13, 16, 17, 18, 20. So it's 50 plus 5, so 55.
Damn.
And my next at will attack, I deal an extra d10.
Nice.
Yep. Did it kill him?
No.
How bloody is he?
Very. Very.
Alright.
After
Where's that
Stein,
now?
after Stein will go Castiel, who will run to Orion and stabilize him. And you're really hurt, right?
Yeah.
he will throw a heal your way. Because that you can do from a range. Ooh, nice. You can recover 15 hit points. After Castiel goes Orion, who will stand up and then charge the dragon and botch, of course.
He sucks.
He's supposed to be really tough. He's just having some tough times. He will action point.
Like his third botch.
And then he rolls a, what is that, a 4 with his action point. Okay, so, I can understand if you guys don't care if he dies. After Orion, we are back to Palyus. Before you make your saving throw, that beam of light comes down, and the portal glyph is open. And now you can make your saving throw.
13.
Okay, very good. You're not dead yet. Always good. Okay. Looks like Pride got one more turn.
Yep.
He lands on the building. Why do you want to... Oh, that's not his voice. Why do you want to get to him anyway? He's gonna kill you. He's gonna take your friend's soul anyway. Let it go. Turn around and go back.
You said you're not letting us leave.
I know. I did. I meant it. It's a reflex. That is a 39 for you, Stein.
Yeah.
21. That will be 27 damage. Are you still insubstantial?
Yeah.
How long does that last?
Until I'm not bleeding anymore.
Damn it. Alright, well, he gets that bite attack anyway. 31 to armor class?
No.
Fine. Alright, and after Pride will again go Stein. The portal is behind you, along with the unconscious Palyus and Leech.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move, and I'm going to grab them, throw them in, and run there.
Athletics, check it up. Was it a botch? The only thing it couldn't have been was a botch. What was it? It was a botch! Okay.
Actually.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Nikki's remembering a feat that she took. Thought it was a feat.
Maybe.
If you took it again when you rebuilt him.
Who knows?
I believe it's called Agile Athlete. Even if you didn't take it, you still have another action that you could use to do it.
I don't see it. Okay.
Alright.
So,
So then you would just have to use your standard action to try it again. It's just if you mess up, you'll be shit out of luck.
I'm going to try again. 2. Good enough.
Is it though?
It is.
You're carrying
20,
2 people?
26.
26 is your total?
Yeah.
It's a little boy and a wolf man. How much do you weigh, Palyus?
90 pounds.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're fine. Okay. You pull them through. And Castiel and Orion get turns before Pride does. So the 5 of you have made it to the center of hell. And we will stop there for now and finish off our final chapter of hell.
And not be unconscious.
Oh yeah, can we, I would like to heal check him.
Go ahead. I mean, you don't even have to.
No? I would also like to spend healing surges. Are we safe enough?
You could take a short rest, spend healing surges. You don't get daily powers back, but you will have hit points, hopefully. Nice job, guys. And so today, episode 6, you guys have completed both the Eden of Envy and the Paradise of Pride. With paradise in quotes. Paradise of Pride. And you did awesome work. Nobody died. Next time.